All right. Hi, Priscinda. How are you?
I'm good, baby. How are you this evening?
All over the
I'm
place. All
trying to
over
get
the place.
zen. I'm
Oh
trying
my
to
God.
get a little zen going.
Oh, give some zen. I was trying to light something just to provide some zen. Yes.
Just
You
trying to
and
get
I
zen,
want
baby.
to be zen. We got two people on the check-in. Shout out to the two people who are watching us. Anybody watching is important. And if you are supporting, you are important. We do wanted to. You mentioned that you wanted to continue the with all due respect conversation. What stuck about that so much to you, and why did you want to continue that?
Huh?
I said, what you said yesterday that you wanted to continue the with all due respect conversation today.
Yes,
What stuck out to you
because,
so much, and you wanted to talk about that?
well, yes, because, you know, usually when you hear somebody say, with all due respect, you know
Mhm.
they're about to say the most disrespectful shit ever.
Right afterwards.
Am I right? You
Yes,
always buckle
absolutely.
up when you hear somebody say, no disrespect.
Yeah.
But this is sort of a continuation of something that I put on my live yesterday in regard to the disabled. Now,
Mhm.
you know me, V, for a minute. You know I
Yeah.
just hustle along no matter what happens. Like if shit
Yeah.
fall down, it just fall down. If it break, it break. I just keep it moving.
Yeah.
However,
But
I
that don't
am
make it.
noticing, with all due respect,
Yeah.
baby carriages, bicycles, skateboarders, and now motorcycle riders. I am competing with them to get on and off the sidewalk. I have
Wow.
said from the beginning, not everybody knew that the cutaway at the end of the sidewalk is for wheelchairs and the elderly.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody doesn't know that.
Yeah.
However, Judge Paul Engelmeyer just issued a decision on behalf of the blind because you know those bumpy things at the end of the sidewalk?
Right,
So
because they
that
have
tells
to move
someone
their
blind that
sticks to
they're
go.
at the corner. Well,
Oh.
how are they supposed to know when to cross? They can't see, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he reminded everybody of the ADA law of 1973, and now
Hmm.
they're going to retrofit all of the stoplights to tell the blind in that vocally that they can cross.
Okay,
But
so they
they
can
left
hear it and
out
then.
wheelchairs and the elderly. So I said the only
Mm.
solution is to put the blue wheelchair symbol at every crosswalk
Yep.
because people are getting very adversarial with me. And I'm sorry, with all due respect, it's mostly women with baby carriages, moms with baby carriages. Why are you like, they're giving me like that vibe? And I'm
And
sorry with
sometimes
all
the
due
baby
respect, it's
feet is
always
hanging
white
out of
women.
the carriage. Sometimes the
It's
baby
always
feet.
white women though.
Sometimes the baby feet is
Like
hanging
they
out of the
do not
carriage.
literally want to move.
That
Like they
that's
won't move. And I'm still in the street, by the way, trying to get on the sidewalk.
mm-mm. With
I
all
had
due
this
respect, I'm
dude
gonna
say
give
to
you
me the other
time.
day, excuse me, would you mind moving out of the way so me and my daughter can get by?
Mm-mm-mm. People don't
Bruh.
even think about that. Why should I have to move out of the way? Can't you find
When
another way?
it's
Like
for the handicapped and meanwhile, we live on the most dangerous corner. Nana is in the street with her walker.
trying to make
I'm
it.
trying to walk next to her so that they don't ram into her because she's not moving fast enough. And
I
she
hate
still
seeing
can't
that too.
get on the
People be honking
sidewalk
at me. I always
because
allow
your
people
ass
to
is
cross the street.
skateboarding.
Yeah.
That's when I have to resist the urge to take my scooter and knock them over. I don't want, and you can't get antagonistic because people will shoot you or stab you or whatever. But I'm just saying, with all due respect, this show reaches a lot of people.
Hmm.
You don't know when you will need that crosswalk. Life could be smooth today, but that
Yeah.
don't mean it's gonna be smooth tomorrow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
And even for me, I
with
always
all due respect, can y'all just leave the thing that's there for people that need it the most? Just all due respect. Just saying. I'm
yeah.
done, V. Thank you for the platform, girl.
No, I completely understand it. And with all due respect, I just need people to honestly have grace. Honestly, every time I drive and I have to make a right turn or turn on the corner, I allow whoever's in the street to cross the street. whoever's there.
Right.
That i.e. people, baby carriages. I've always been taught that pedestrians have the right of way. You have to allow them to cross. And then sometimes there are cars that are honking extremely loud behind me, trying to rush me when there's a person walking. Yeah, you have a car. This person is on 2 feet.
Right.
Think about this. Put yourself in that person's shoes. How would you feel if you had to walk across the street and now somebody's pressuring you to run faster?
Exactly.
And especially when it comes to older people and stuff like that. I'm like, y'all should just be happy they here and they outside. Like, give them the grace.
And how about one day your ass is gonna be that old, God willing?
Everybody, yeah. God, if God blesses you to even make it there.
One of my neighbors, she's a young girl, like she's 22. She just hurt her knee horribly badly working out at the gym. And now she can barely walk because she can't bend her leg. And I just said, welcome to my world. See how it look now? See how that looks?
I had a couple cramps and I was like, what's going on? What's going on? But
you and I, your grandmother and I, you know, God rest her soul, Grandma Helen.
Shout out to her.
I bet you they weren't in her way.
No, she pushed them.
I bet you they weren't in her way.
But she was upset about those types of things too. Sometimes where, you know, older women, they end up falling just by walking down the street because there's so many potholes and stuff like that, or they're trying to navigate around people, or people won't move. So sometimes it just makes the entire process a little bit different. But with all due respect, have respect, people. With all due respect.
With all due respect, can we make that? That should be like your hashtag right there.
With all due respect,
have all respect. Things that you do from Vanessa Smiles. With all due respect, have respect.
Have it, at least. We do have a comment coming in. Salute to Chris Jones on the check-in from Facebook. He says, "Good evening, Queen. Salute to you, ladies." Salute to you, Chris Jones.
Salute to you, baby.
Absolutely. And so we're gonna get into a lighter note of the show. I showed Priscinda this video yesterday. With all due respect, this is how I'm coming before the end of this year and the beginning of next year. This is a very, very interesting video, and I really want you guys to take a look at it. Hold on 1 second. There we go.
Don't have any fire this bitch off.
There we go.
Hey, now you want hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers have been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here, goddammit, talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing.
I have to go through this, you guys. He said, "God bless a fool."
God bless a fool.
With all due respect, right, Priscinda, I'm not blessing no fools. What? With all due respect, Priscinda, why do you think he said that? With all due respect,
that's always been a saying in the very Southern community, and it's actually disrespectful to say. If somebody says God bless a fool, you know you a complete asshole. You know you either a complete asshole or you ain't shit, or everything you doing with your life is going to end up a mess. So it was just like, God bless the fool. That meant like, go on with that bull someplace else. Nobody's featuring you over here anymore. No, I'm not going to lend you no more money. No, I'm not going to give you no money to pay your rent again.
Let God bless you, because I'm not about to do it. Let God do it, because I ain't about to bless you.
Like, give it to God, because I'm not doing it no more. That's really what that means.
Oh my God. Let's get into the rest of it. Oh my God. It's a little bit more.
He's my new favorite though, V.
I don't think he's a bad person. And I don't know if y'all catching the Thule on top of the, what they call it, the podium, the preacher podium. That's what they call it, preacher podium. The Thule on top of preacher podium.
Hey. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't.
He said,
Where that money bowl at?
he said, we taking that money right now before you leave this bitch.
Where that money bowl at?
Where that money bowl at? Where that
He's
money
my
bowl?
new favorite, Vanessa. Thank you so much for him.
Why do you think he's calling the money a money bowl? We all know that this is, we all know that this is the offering.
I really would. I really would.
You would go to the church?
Oh, what? I would be there.
You know what? I would too.
On Sunday.
I would go to his church.
Everybody know I don't get up early.
I would go to his church
for him.
You know what? It would give me motivation. Let's finish it. Let's finish it up.
You ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have me to fire this bitch off now. Where that money bowl at? Hey, now you wasn't hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck the son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look.
He said, fuck him, God. He said, fuck him, God. Yeah, I'm sorry. I muted both of us because I didn't want the feedback. But he said, fuck him, God damn it, and anybody with his ass.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yes. And I kind of like, and I know
why
some
does
people
it have
are
to be
gonna
any
disagree with this, but I
with all due respect,
this motherfucker in church, because if you ever, no, really, because
it makes it real. It makes it
going to church in the South, right? There's always, and Steve Harvey did a whole, like, you know, stand up about this. There's always one of the sister mothers of the church that got the most foul mouth, and she cusses in church, which is the thing you live for as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, please sit me next to her, because she gonna say everything everybody's thinking, but nobody wants to say it.
Hey, there's truth.
She's gonna say it. With all due respect, it's coming out.
There's truth in raw
speech. It's coming out.
There's
so
truth
if
in
you
raw
want to
speech.
talk about, and y'all pray for my grandson, and everybody know he ain't shit.
Shit.
All you motherfuckers have been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here, goddamn it, talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have me to fire this bitch off now. Where that money bowl at? Hey, now you want to hate when the
don't have me fire this bitch off.
Oh, with all due respect,
and he's giving me everything I love about church in the South. Because you ain't a real pastor in the South unless you be doing one of these the whole time.
With all due respect,
what so much shit you sweaty.
Exactly. You can't even tell yourself.
Bitch off.
I wanted to ask you, Priscilla, with all due respect, right? What has been the wildest thing that you've seen in the church that you never forgot?
What did you say?
I said, what has been the wildest thing that you've seen somebody do in church that stuck in your mind and you never forgot about it?
I mean, somebody on stage. The wildest thing, but it was the worst thing.
What?
I got my ass whipped in church.
Wait.
Yeah. Yep.
You got me in church.
So there was a woman in front of us who was shouting and praising the Lord, and she kept doing this. Her hat kept flying back, but it kept popping on back in on her head, like just properly. And it went on. And so I tried to get my sister involved, and I hunched her so we could laugh together. And she was like, "Bitch, don't even look at me." And I still thought it was funny. And the next thing I knew, my cousin Makey, who was in charge of us, was at the end of the pew talking about, come here. And I said, oh.
You got the finger.
And so all the elders that I had to like walk past, right? They all had commentary. One kept saying,
you gonna get it?
Learn her. Another one
said,
raise her up. Because they all knew it was about to happen. and I got my ass squarely whipped in church. Yes. Now they call the cops.
And there would be no
then,
learning going around. Learning.
You know, the whole church was like, here she need to have her ass whipped carrying on in church. So that's not the wildest thing, but it was the worst thing.
Don't let her carry on now. Don't let her
horrible.
carry on.
I never did it again.
Oh my God.
I never did it again. Nope.
Now, I will say the wildest thing that was done in church, I didn't get popped for.
Wait, get to the mic. What? Because I don't want to miss
the wildest thing that it wasn't something that someone else did. I guess people thought I was wilding, right?
Okay.
So, you know, when they do the whole communion thing, right? This was Hezekiah Walker Church over on Liberty Avenue in East New York. I had to be like 5, 6 years old. And so they give you the wine and they give you the little cracker cookie or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then yes, I seen the bag that they had with the cookies, well, cracker, whatever thing. But they had it off to the side because obviously they was giving each person like one, you know. And then so I took my one, and then when my mom and everybody else is online, I went around the people and I just took a handful. I stuffed it straight in my mouth, and I was just sitting down chewing. And mother was like, "What the fuck are you eating?" And she went,
that is the best story I ever heard.
And now she's mad because look at black people, right? Because now she's mad because now she looks like the mom that's not feeding her daughter. Now that looks as if I am like starving. So I had to be, you know, when they drag you out of church like by this.
That's
be in there, but they drag you out, walking you out like this.
Vanessa, how did they drag you out? Do it again, baby. I can't take it. Oh my God, that's how they did me too. Oh my God, that's the visual.
And so she did not beat me in the church, but she took me to the bathroom and threatened the shit out of me. And basically,
having your arms jacked over your head is just as bad as a beating.
Pretty much, because I think she.
And then look, your mom said, "What the fuck you doing?" Because see how they cuss in church. What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing? Oh my God, we gotta. Absolutely, all in church. But yes, I kind of wanted to express something with the MoneyBowl man, because that's what I'm gonna call him, the MoneyBowl.
I love him. Don't make me fire this thing off. Oh. I'm gonna say that forever now.
We have to. Okay, we got to do research. We got to find out who he is and where his church is after this. Yeah, we got. Yeah, we got to do that. I'm gonna call this, instead of the ID files, this is going to be the PD files, percentage diaries, because
we have seen some fantastic things that you have found.
Ooh,
this one is number one for me.
This one too.
So we've got to find out who this man is. Oh, who is it?
Chris Jones.
That would be you. Read it, me.
Shout out to Chris Jones. He says, I almost got caught with this girl in the kitchen at church. One of the ushers almost caught us doing it in the church. And I had my mother, and my mother's old boyfriend was there at the time for that. He's the pastor for that church.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Y'all was in there doing the sinful, ungodliness stuff.
Well, I guess you figure, the pastor's doing it in church. Why not me?
You're right.
I mean, let's keep it real. Every time I watch Discovery ID, it's always, when they show anything to do with like a church, the story is always that the pastor is doing it with somebody's wife.
I've always heard that too.
That's why they were shot.
Well, church hugs. There we go.
So, Chris, hugs. I think that's pretty damn bad, though. Like doing it.
Yeah, in the church. You need to be.
Look, OGK Network said, "Hello to the congregation." Amen.
Hello to the congregation. In the words of
hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah. There we go. And Chris Jones says, and the usher was preaching out to us not to be sinners, to release the devil that's in us, for us almost community. Say, hey, you had to release the devil, right? You had to release the devil. The devil had to be released. Absolutely.
Look, and they prayed for y'all.
Pray over y'all. The sinners need it. The sinners definitely.
Yes.
Oh my God. So I wanted to, I don't know if anybody watches the TV show Married to Medicine, but on this TV show on Bravo, they had portion of the show on the finale where they had someone who's similar to a sexologist come out and speak to all of the married women who were on a retreat together. So I thought it would be kind of good to discuss that, because this person who came out asked if they would be okay with allowing other people to participate in sexual activities. And she said, when it comes to monogamous relationships, you have to begin to ask the hard questions. So she said, in reference to her relationship that she was in, she figured out that her partner wanted anal, and she said, I don't do anal. And she, they were able, I guess, to figure that out. And she is someone who lives in an ethical monogamous relationship where she's entertaining other partners. I was going to ask you, what are some of the what do you think are some of the hardest questions that need to be asked, or that you feel like your partner should be asking you in a monogamous relationship?
I think you need to be honest about what, turns you on sexually, what turns him on sexually, so that you don't get into this relationship and now all of a sudden you don't match sexually. Like if a woman likes to have more sex and the man is not really as sexual, or vice versa, because now there's a problem. There's a problem now. So you have to be honest, like she said, I don't do anal, right? This guy kept asking me out. And then we just started talking about, what we like sexually. And when he said, anal is something he really loves, and and he went all into these, amazing details about it. And I said, well, we can't date. I said, because I'm certainly not doing that. I don't want the pressure.
I don't want the pressure.
And I don't care how excited you are about the size of my hips. What you're not doing is sticking something in there.
No, that's an exit.
Because I'm a germaphobe when it comes to that kind of thing, because microscopic fecal can take out a whole community. So not to mention, why are we doing that to me when all the good shit's in the front? All the amazing shit is all in the front.
To each his own. I do. Now, for me, I've never done anal myself, so for me, that's not a hard question that I would have to ask. But I do know that there are people who do like to do those things. There are people who do enjoy those things. But when you say all of the good shit is in the front, that's the absolute to God truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what men need to focus on. That for me. I think that it's important for people to enjoy different parts of sex, but it should never be, to me, a focus on just the asshole. Like, that should. Not even just the buttocks completely. That means that if you just focus on somebody's ass, you're not even sucking a titty and nothing else. Like, you're not. And also for me, I'm in a place in my life where someone has to eat pussy. Like, that's a requirement. Like, that's not, that's a non-negotiable thing. That's just where I'm at. That's
right. Non-negotiable.
So for me, when it comes to asking also the hard questions, my main focus now when it comes to hard questions in monogamous relationships or any sexual relationships is honestly STD work, HIV testing results, and all of these things. Everybody's tested, making sure that they are getting tested recently. And for me, it's about checking the character of someone to make sure that that is the type of person who will be responsible to make responsible decisions sexually. You can't control people who are watching. But yes, go ahead.
I mean, I didn't consider, testing and talking about testing openly to be a hard question. Is it still a hard question?
And you know what's so crazy? For me, asking is not a hard question, but and that's another thing. Just by asking, I've learned the reactions of different dudes, what they say, how they say. And for me, it determines how I am going to move completely with that person.
Agreed.
Like, someone's like, hey, yeah, I got tested here. This is the place I go to. Yep, I go to the doctors. I hear that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, someone says that I don't have health insurance. Then the likelihood of you getting tested at what point in life, I don't know how you're going to do that with it. I mean, not that they don't have free testing centers, but they do. But if you do not have health insurance, that means you're not getting checked up at all.
You're not taking care of any of your health. I mean, I'm the same way you are. If I mention testing and you blanch, we already can't do anything because that question was settled 35 years ago. Yeah, that we should all be tested. Yeah, all the time. The last time I checked the stats, 75% of New Yorkers had an STI or an STD or
Yeah.
some form of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But at the very least, you shouldn't have a problem getting tested because I don't.
You
I'm
should know your
upfront.
status. You should know
Like,
where
let's
you
do
are in life
this.
and know what your partner is engaging in. That's for me. I feel like when it
Mhm.
comes to having those hard conversations or stuff like that, I do feel like that is more of a female asking question. I don't,
Yeah.
and for me, the very first relationship that I was in, I was always in that mind frame, but it was refreshing to have a partner who asked me before I even got a chance to ask him. I
Oh,
was like,
that's amazing.
yes, this was the person that I was with when I was in the industry and stuff like that when I first got into it. And I wasn't doing anything without a condom. That's just where I was. And then when I did that with my partner at the time, he was the person who asked me before I even got a chance to ask him because I wasn't even planning on, moving that way. And I was very, very relieved and comfortable. And he explained exactly where he comes from and why he does this and that and the third. So for me, I like order, and seeing somebody have order in their life,
Yes.
order with their body, that's going to reflect into how responsible they're going to be and how they're going to take care of it. So it's
I
not a hard
met.
question for me to ask, but to some people, you see how they answer it, you could tell it is hard for them.
Okay, so quick statement and then a question.
Mhm.
I met a wellness expert on Saturday named Khadijah. And
Mm.
one of the things she started focusing on recently is talking to Black men about their overall health.
Mhm.
You know, like, checking the fact that, your waistline is
Yeah.
beyond what it should be. I see a lot of Black men walking around with a big old gut. That
Yeah.
says something about where your health is,
Gut health is
and she's been
excellent immune system.
focusing on, discussing with them, like, don't you think that you need to, you know, get your health in order because you're not supposed to have a big old gut with your belt buckled under it. I mean, I see so many Black men that,
6 months,
a
7 months
particular
pregnant.
age walking around like that. And to me, that signifies, the health of your penis as well. Because if you're not taking care of your overall health,
How can
that's
you
not
show
going
a
to
better
work.
attention?
And
How can you show better attention?
look, and I'm not doing that
And we need
because
people to get
I
attention.
like sex. And I'm going to need you, like, to really be in good shape.
And pull it together.
And yeah, take care of your health. And I know it's hard because healthcare being what it is. So, but here's my question. Do you find that with your generation, your peers, asking the question of testing is still considered a hard question?
Now, I will say this: it depends on the settings and the people.
Okay.
That's how I truly feel. When it comes to the adult industry, porn, sex workers, all that kind of stuff, I feel like it's not a hard question. It's so
Right.
everyone's prepared. Everyone's already in a mind frame of wanting to be responsible, making sure they're being responsible, making sure that, and also their body is their work. So no one wants to not be able to work. So therefore, they're going to make it as healthy as possible, meaning that I've seen
Mhm.
dudes, making sure that they've gotten multiple tests sometimes. Sometimes certain girls require that. They're like, hey,
Mhm.
we need to test 14 days in advance. We also need you to test 7 days in advance. Sometimes there's a 3-week testing period, then 2-week testing period as well. And then also there's the after testing shoots. After the shoots, you get tested again. Sometimes people could see it as being tedious, but it's really just about protecting yourself and also everybody that you walk around with. Now, when it comes to dating and that type of life in that sense, I feel like it becomes a little bit different because when it comes to dating and people courting each other, I feel like it maybe takes a little bit longer for people to have those conversations, but people are more quick to have sex. And it also depends. A lot of guys, I feel like when a guy wears a condom, I think that guys don't even think about anything else. Usually most just
No,
like, oh, I wore a condom. What does that mean?
because they think it's, oh no, I'm good.
Like that still doesn't mean that you don't need to know your status or the person that you were dealing with status. There's
Because I
all
think
types
they
of
forget
situations,
about oral, and they're
not
not including
not just
oral.
oral, but even if you don't get oral, even if there's just secretions, there's herpes, there's syphilis, there's crabs, there's all of these types of infections that can just come from skin to skin touching. So hence, because of that, it's important to make sure that who you're dealing with is healthy, just
Mhm.
period. You know what I'm saying? So, and making sure that they're responsible with doing it. So I don't know. Maybe I feel like when it comes to just on the dating side, outside of the sex work or adult industry, the conversation may take a little bit longer to have. And
Okay.
some people sometimes can feel offended in those industries, is like not industries, in the personal ways of life. Because there has been I've heard girls say like, wow, I don't understand why he asked me that. He think I'm outside here like that. I'm like, and I've given advice to women like, no, someone can ask you that because they want you to be healthy and they're healthy. Now, granted, also, I also feel like this. If you have already gone through the process where you and your partner got tested and got together and stuff like that, and then you have to ask that question too much, then you should start evaluating who the person is that you're laying down with, because you can agree to have sex with somebody can get tested, but the moment that someone does something that's probably not so kosher or that puts people at risk, the test is null and void. So for me, I've always focused on behavior. I've always focused on, how people are responsible as well as with being tested. So for me, after leaving the industry, I didn't want to be so up forth with people because I don't plan to fuck everybody. I don't plan to, engage people on that manner. So for me, it's beyond just somebody having a good test. Anybody can have a healthy test at the moment, but that can always change based on someone's behavior. So I do feel like if you're going to get with somebody outside of the adult industry, it's really important to focus on that. And that's what I try to do. It may take longer. It may take more watching and paying attention to who someone truly is. But that probably would be maybe the reason why maybe a little bit harder versus being in the adult industry.
Do you think people forget that, you got tested on Tuesday and then you did some reckless shit on Thursday? You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of male friends, and because I'm like a dude to them, they tell me everything, and I'm like, dude, like, you just told me the craziest shit you did on Thursday. Everything you did on Tuesday getting checked is null and void.
Yeah.
What part of this are you not getting? And these are grown men.
I know.
If I was having this conversation with a 19-year-old, boy with hormones everywhere, and an 18-year-old girl, hormones all out of her ears, and she don't know what to do with her boxes because it's screaming, and then
all over the place.
I see if I had to say baby. Now, but these are grown men. I'm gonna say 30 and over.
They don't have their life in order. They don't have a lot of men have used, with all due respect, a lot of men have allowed their penises to ruin their lives.
Yes.
That's
and
just
that penis can ruin your life in so many aspects. And your health should always be number one. But they never get scared until they wake up one day and that penis is drooping.
or there's a bump,
a weird bump on it out of nowhere.
Yeah, or they can't pee,
or they can't. Right now, it's all hands on deck,
And now you
want 1, 2, 3. Well,
and now you want to cry to the nurse about the situation.
So you won't get into that.
We
got another video.
We do. This is actually going to be our last video before we get ready to get out of here.
I love it.
But I wanted to get to the comments before we get to this video. OGK Network says, if a nigga doing AMU, he may be on the down low. Hey, you said it, not me, but that's
you said it.
I don't disagree with that. I agree.
But I do want to. Can I say this to OG?
Yes.
OG, I have had more men ask me about doing anal, and they're definitely straight, but. You're right.
Could be a trendy
if you
thing.
Start pressing me about it. I'm kind of looking at you like, all right now.
Yeah, because truthfully, most real niggas who just want pussy anyways, they're willing to accommodate. Like, let's say, a bitch don't want to be doing doggy style. He's like, all right, bitch, flip over. All right, I can hit you. Like, they're not stuck on an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, they're not stuck on that. You see what I'm saying? So
there's always a compromise.
Absolutely. OJ Network also says, ladies, would you let a nigga eat you out if he don't have dental insurance? I can't verify if somebody has dental insurance or not, but because sometimes it's with your health insurance, sometimes it could be both. But I can look at the teeth in your mouth to see if you can touch me.
Can I answer that too?
Please, yes.
The teeth are my fetish.
Yes.
Like some people, like they always talk about sexual fetishes. Teeth are my fetish. Because I am extremely careful with my dental care. I love coffee. I brush my teeth in the morning. When I finish having coffee, I brush my teeth again. I floss literally religiously after every meal. So I know everybody is not that extreme, but I need to see that you take care of your mouth.
Yes.
Because I don't want you putting your mouth on my vagina.
Yeah, and if I can't stand your breath, you're not getting anywhere
You're not
near
gonna
there.
get that smell on my vagina.
Stink breath on the Gucci. Oh my God. But you know what I always think about? I always think about these niggas who's fucking drink. When you leave the club, and I know, and everybody has, like, I'm not saying everybody has done it, but I feel like after club or after outside sex, it's a little journey. You got to think about it. You've had people in the club drinking mimosas, Hennessy, all of these things all night. And now they've been peeing, going to the bathroom, peeing. You know how club bathrooms are terrible. Okay.
They're horrible. I won't go in one.
Right. So most of the time, no one can really barely wash their hands and shit like that. And then now this nigga or this female is asking for their dick or pussy to be licked at the end of the night.
Like of all times now.
Yeah, without jumping in the shower.
We're not. No, I'm not doing that either.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not in that space. I like to have good, clean sex, if that makes sense. Like good,
yeah, because you're right. You know, if your like breath smells funky, that's all I can think about. Yeah. I can't even focus on anything else.
Because I'm just trying to figure out why.
Why? Because actually, if you floss properly, like you're supposed to, you shouldn't have morning breath. This is the analogy that I always give. If you ate a piece of chicken right before you went to bed and you got a whole piece lodged in your cheek, would you let that be there all night? Because that's what you're doing when you don't floss.
And you never know until, for me, I had gotten to the power, well, not power, but the process of flossing and stuff more because I started to have toothaches. Because I was that person. I'd be in college eating all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm not brushing my teeth before I got to go to class. And then as I got older, I had to make sure that after every meal, especially for me, starting to eat different foods. Like I'm eating more salads, eating more fruit. So you're using your way. But yes,
you're so crazy.
He said Priscinda doesn't like plaque on her vajayjay.
I can't. You're right. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think Priscinda's alone. I don't think she's alone. I think there's a lot of females who don't want plaque on the vajayjay. I think there's a lot of females.
No, because it's true. You know, we do think about that. You know,
and that's what I told you. Remember the mechanic?
Kind of, sort of, sometimes, and he is. Listen, women almost want to knock me down when they see him. Right? I'm with him, and they're like, "Bitch, we don't even care. That's how fine he is." And wonderful man. You know, but I think somebody must have told him like to get his breath in check because I was like, oh, we can't do anything. I love looking at you. You're a lot of fun, like, and you're a great date. You know,
and that's what this is.
But I can't fuck with you like that.
OGK because I can't go that far. OGK never says, to be honest, I like us to shower before sex. Does that make me a cornball? No, that does not make you a cornball. That does not.
That makes you hot date material.
Oh yes, that makes you lickable. Now I can lick your chest if you just got out the shower. I can be comfortable with you. And Sleazy,
I don't even see why a woman would want to have sex before like a proper shower.
Yeah, gotta be right. Sleazy Aki says eating ass fresh out the shower is.
I can't.
Okay, now I have to agree with this right here. Now I am not an anal person. I've never done anal. I'm not putting or sticking anything in my ass. Do I like to get my ass eaten? Yes.
You always said that. You always came clean.
I do. But also, it doesn't have to be all ass eating. That's what I'm saying. It has, like, you know, work your way. Yeah, it's all in the area. It's not, my thing is I just don't want you to miss it. That's it. You don't have to stay there, but you don't have to miss it either, you know. But there are some guys who literally, I guess based on your religion, some dudes only eat pussy and they don't eat ass. So they stay away from like ass eating and shit like that, you know.
Well, my favorites are the ones that like, you know, don't, you know, eat vagina. I'm like
what? Okay. Well then, sir, you can't stick anything inside of it then. No. And I already told you my declaration that I'm making out to
Yes,
the world.
you did. You said
You're
that. Like,
not
I don't
coming
care what.
forward if you do not eat it at all. You're not. You can't touch. You can't look at nothing. You have to eat it first. Because why are you putting your penis inside something that you would not put in your mouth?
Well,
That means you ain't got no business putting your penis in there. Like niggas don't ever think about. They do not think. They do not think.
Right.
Chris Jones says, then I have to say there's a good thing of having been using wipes if you want your pussy or dick touching anybody's mouth. Wash it clean some way, somehow. But hey, I guess that's what they call dirty, nasty, filthy sex. No, that's not dirty,
That's
nasty.
not,
No, dirty, nasty sex. That's dirty talk. Maybe you pulled my hair, or, you know, maybe we messed up the sheets ourselves. Like we messed it up. Like it wasn't already messed up before we got like that. No, dirty, nasty sex is not funky people.
Chris Jones, dirty, nasty sex is, and this is the definition, it's hot, it's erotic. You both agreed on everything you did. It was an all-night marathon. You sweaty, you sticking to the sheets after it's all done. The bed is all fucked up. The
Y'all
pillows are on the floor.
Yes.
I have now pulled the fitted sheet off.
Not the
Sometimes
fitted
a lamp gets broken. I have broken a bed. That's hot, nasty.
Dressers get
dirty
moved.
sex.
Yes.
Am I right, V?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what that looks like.
Yeah, that we made the mess up. We made it messed up.
Yes.
We weren't funky coming in. You know, that's
Yes.
a big
We
difference.
started out clean and then we got dirty.
Celiac is giving us applause. Salute to you. He also says, what religion is that? Oh, I guess in regards to the niggas not wanting to eat ass. I don't know. I think it's the Jamaican religion. Allegedly. You know, Jamaicans have, I have to say this because that's who, you know, Jamaicans
here,
been
baby.
out here like, "Bye, man, no smoke boots." No.
Mhm.
Y'all know the song. So if I have to say a religion, it would be the Jamaican religion. And because Jamaica doesn't have a religion, well, there we go. That's the, I mean,
Okay.
because Jamaica is not a religion, it's a country, but you know, the
Right.
ignorance in me is, you know, the religion is Jamaican.
I've had the same interaction you have, V. They always say that.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Absolutely.
They're lying because they always end up doing it. That's when it's fun.
Absolutely. I'm like, look at you, motherfucker, you. Oh gosh. Sleazy Key says niggas be lying. Absolutely. OGK Network says I use Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap when I shower. A young lady gave me a BJ after and said I taste like peppermint.
Yay her. And yay for the peppermint shower.
Yes. Dr. Bronner's will get you too. They got small bottles, big bottles, they got bars. You can't go wrong with a Dr. Bronner's peppermint or lavender. Shout out to Priscilla. She put me onto the lavender one because I wasn't trying to use the
if
one.
not, a big ass bar of just dial. Get it clean. Just clean it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Shizuaki says shaving is a must. Also, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Grooming, period. And shaving is included. Also, if I'm kissing you, I don't want to see a bunch of stuff in your nose. I'm gonna need you to get
good point, V.
I'm gonna need you to get, you know, if I can't nibble on your ear if your ear is dirty, you know, and or if I lick your neck, I taste salt. I felt that. I've experienced this before. I licked the nigga neck and it tasted like salt. I said, what is going on in the world?
What is happening, right?
And I had to give grace because he wasn't a dirty nigga, but it was a day. It was a day, you know.
I mean, you should only taste salty if you just walked in from work.
Right.
You know, and I gave you the honey I love you kiss.
Right.
You know, and you taste salty because you just came in from just working hard because that's a sexy smell.
But see, that's the thing. Like it's mentally, it is I feel like on the outside looking at it seems kind of sexy. Somebody comes home from work, like, yeah, let me slobber you down and fuck you right here. You came from work. But they did just come from work. So the
you
stress
coming in smelling like hard work. Yes.
You smell like outside. Yeah. Bring home that bacon.
You smell
Bring
like
home the
hard
bacon.
Work. What?
But you know what? I can accept a salty neck if it's from work. I can absolutely do that.
Hard work is a sexy smell.
Hard work is a sexy smell.
Can I tell them what we do in the summertime, V?
Yes, please.
When we see the guys that come with the garbage truck, I always call Vanessa on the phone. I'm like, girl, let me describe what I'm seeing right now. I was like, oh my God, it's the sanitation workers. And here go V. Girl, tell me everything you see. Yeah. I was like, this nigga just picked up a whole chair with one hand.
Let me tell you something, Priscilla. I was disappointed this morning. That's why I haven't, I seen a garbage man this morning. I had to move my car, right? And it was a mayonnaise garbage man, a little Italian Guido, little garbage man, right? He came through and he was putting the bag in, but you could tell when something's too heavy for somebody. He was like,
oh, that's not hot.
And I was like, oh, he has ruined this for me. Like he has ruined this for me.
Sometimes you have to like make sure you look at them when they get off the truck.
No, you got to get the right one.
Not worth sticking around.
Right. And honestly, I wasn't, good thing I wasn't like in traffic behind them. I had moved my car and I was just walking down the block and I seen them moving the garbage and I was like, oh, let me get a look, now I'm not in my car. So maybe let me get a look like face on face.
You see what's up.
Yeah, but it wasn't those niggas. It was, it was
I have to say on this side of town,
mm-hmm.
every time I stop to look, they're always hot. So I don't know what it is about the route. I do know that the truck starts out right over here by Home Depot on Fort Hamilton. So maybe that's why they put all the hot boys over here. Because I almost never get disappointed.
Well, OGK Network says, I bet Priscilla and V get horny when they see construction workers. Let me tell you something.
How did you know me? You know me.
I do get hot and horny when I see construction workers, but the only thing is there's a lot of Mexican construction workers. Like if you look at a lot of construction companies, especially in New York, they're hiring Russian people, they're hiring white people. You will not see as many Black men working on construction sites in New York City. And that is alarming to me because where are all of the Black men going to be at? Are you guys pushing them out of this industry? That's a whole other thing. But I do get hot and horny when I see, a big Black man on outside doing construction, lifting up some 2x4s. I'm happy. I'm super happy.
Full disclosure, I sexually harass any one of them. I don't even care. I am equal opportunity out here in these streets for appreciation.
I know that's right.
And I sexually harass them before they even look up and even notice me. I'm like, yes, and I slow down. You know how I do. V see me do it. Mm-mm.
I'm working on my flirting. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Just drilling.
I'm working on it. OGK Network says women go harder on the BJ when it's shaved. Yeah, if you're clean, a woman, it will make a female feel so comfortable. She will want to be on you. She'll want to caress you. She'll want to touch you. She'll want to, it'll make it so much, more enjoyable.
It's an invitation to delight.
Yes.
It's an invitation to delight, baby. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that just goes along with just personal good grooming. You know, like you don't want me showing up looking like a Russian sailor, hairy everywhere.
Because if I let my beard hang, y'all would have a problem. So I'll do me while you do you,
I will say this though, V. I am not attracted to men that aren't groomed. Like every man I've dated was excessively groomed.
Yeah. And I'm not, and for me, it's never really been about, so much of the clothes or how much money somebody has. But for me, it's the basics. Like you said, someone's teeth. For me, my biggest thing is how they smell. Mm-hmm. I love smells. I love a man's cologne. And I can tell if you spray cologne on top of funk too. I can tell that.
That funk comes through no matter what, don't it?
Yes, it do.
It will come through no matter what.
Last comment before we get to the video. OG Network says, BB ready to jump on the UPS delivery guy. Well,
V, why does it sound like OG be following us?
You know what I'm into. You know my king.
And we send it around.
I love me a civil servant trying to make a living, in the words of what my dad would say. So we have a
civil servant.
I love a working man. I love that.
You know what, V? But I'm like you. I don't care what somebody does for a living. I really don't.
Yeah, just be somebody in the world. That's it. Do something that's worthwhile. So it's this video is coming from World Star, where a woman tells her date that taking her to Applebee's is not acceptable. This is something that I don't think she said it with all due respect, but
okay.
Let's get into it right now.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. How much money do you make? Like I don't want to seem like interested in like money and stuff, but I just want to come out from the get go to tell you, like, I'm not a gold digger or anything, but I just don't go out with broke boys.
I think I made good enough.
And I know you just took me to Applebee's, like, I get it. Maybe you don't want to take me to the most fanciest place, like on the first date, but never again are you gonna take me here.
Next time we could go somewhere else.
Like Applebee's is not acceptable. I'm high
We're
end.
just getting to know each other. You're not even my girl.
Well, yeah, but this is dating to marry, right?
I don't know if you just heard what she just said just now, Priscinda.
Okay.
He said that this is what the guy says. The guy says, we're just dating, right? We're just getting to know each other, right? And the woman says, yeah, but we're dating to get married. Let me play it again. Cause she's not necessarily, I feel like this is not a way that she's like shooting him down completely. For me,
Okay.
I think that she's just explaining where she's coming from and what she probably wants. Let me play it out for you one more time.
Fanciest place, like on the first date, but never again are you gonna take me here.
Next time we could go somewhere else.
Like Applebee's is not acceptable.
So she says Applebee's is not acceptable. That's what she told him. Applebee's is not acceptable.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
I'm high
We're
end.
just getting to know each other. You're not even my girl.
Well, yeah, but this is dating to marry, right?
Or who knows?
And if I date, it's not to waste my time, so I'm not gonna be going out. And
She says, so we're dating to marry, right? And if I'm dating, I'm not going to waste my time with you. And she finishes out.
Going to, cheap restaurants.
And so the question is, are females this savage nowadays? Do you think that this woman is a savage for telling the gentleman that Applebee's is not acceptable?
Well, there's a couple of things to unpack here. First of all, it looks like you're already at Applebee's.
So whatever was or wasn't acceptable.
What are we talking about? As you stir your Applebee's drink, because I recognize that drink. So
yeah, no, I think they're there. They're out on a date. They're out on the date. They're there. Yep.
Right. So you're out on a date, right? Okay. And she sounds young. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with stating what it is you expect from a man. You should have expectations as a woman, no matter what.
Yep.
But you also should make it very clear what you do and don't like to do. Like, I'm at a place now in my life where you can't take me to Applebee's on a date. I'm grown as fuck and you should be too. I would rather you take me to a diner. However, if we are officially a couple and we've been dating for a minute and we wake up one Saturday late because, it's like, yeah, babe, come on, let's just go on shoot on over to Applebee's. He said, all right, baby, let's just go. Like, we don't usually do that, That's cute. When you're a couple. However, maybe this is where his pockets are. And if you've already gone on a couple of dates, you know enough about this man to know that maybe this is where his pockets are. Now, with all due respect, she has every right to say what it is she expects. Yeah. But you can't say that while you sitting there stirring that Applebee's drink. With all due respect. What's your tagline, V? With all due respect, but
with all due respect, have respect.
Have respect. You're sitting there stirring the Applebee's drink.
Yeah. So
you're null and void to me right now.
Yeah.
You don't tell that man that at the Applebee's.
I truly think that, like, now that she, with all due respect, honestly, I don't think there's nothing wrong with Applebee's for me. I'm actually not opposed to going to Applebee's. Now, do I like Applebee's personally? No. I choose Fridays. Sorry, Applebee's.
Yeah, I just hate the food.
Call me Fridays. Call me Fridays.
But like 4 or 5 cheddar biscuits to go.
Yeah, and honestly, I would rather go to like Red Lobster or something like that. For me, I truly think that if you are really on a dating journey to truly get to know somebody and to gain a connection with somebody, and you truly appreciate the person that you're with, at a certain point for me, I like a man to choose where he wants to take me. I want to see what you want to bring to the table. Now, if it's unacceptable to me, I'll let you know where I would like to go. But I really truly like to see where a man is. And that will also show me how to move with him. I don't know if this is her first date or her second date with this gentleman. But if this is her second date with this gentleman, I'm pretty sure you should have a gauge of who this person is. Like you also said, percent of where their pockets are and all of those things. My problem with her is to sit and accept something and then to tell somebody that's unacceptable. I feel like it's hypocritical essentially, because you're sitting up here, you took this man's drink and you're to sit in his face and now tell him like, oh, I don't like Applebee's. Well,
You
why did you
basically
come?
saying like you ain't shit for bringing me here.
Yeah, why'd you come? You should have just
Why
not.
did you go?
Yeah, I for me, I would have rather told somebody no. And then sometimes when people insist, then you do go, and it's like, all right. Well, and for me, I would get if someone insisted that I went somewhere with them and I did not want to go, and I went out of the kindness of my heart just to be cordial, I would be the person to remind them, like when I got there, like, hey, especially the moment something goes wrong, I'd be like, hey, well, I didn't want to come here, so but I came here for you. I would explain the reasons maybe why I didn't like this place in particular. But I feel like people should be open to where people choose to take them, because times are hard and everybody doesn't have everything. But at the same time, you got to know who you're dating and know where you are in life and be ready to date. TK Kirkland always says nobody should be fucking if they don't got $10,000 in the bank. Now, I ain't never always really had that kind of money, but I do understand that with fucking comes a responsibility. When you decide to date somebody, when you decide to have sex with somebody, it just costs. It costs to go out. It costs to go places. It costs to enjoy, people's time. And so I really feel like it's important to at least put an effort in. Don't try to take a girl to McDonald's or to get some fucking Chinese food and think you about to get some sloppy toppy right afterwards. Now, some girls will give it to you, but
I don't want 6 wings and French fries.
Me neither.
I don't fucking want it.
Me neither. Oh my God.
But can I just say one last thing on that? With all due respect, ladies, stop asking a man to read your mind. When you're getting to know each other, tell him what you like. Because I'm like you, V. I like for a man to take the lead. Yeah. And I'll see like where it is. I see where you go. And if I gotta sitting at dinner and we're talking about food, I'll tell him like, I don't like chain restaurants. Like I don't like Applebee's. I don't like any of those places. I just don't like it because I think the food is nasty. I've grown out of those places. I used to like maybe those that's like I never liked it. I can't even lie. I've just never liked it. I always thought it was disgusting. But that's because I've always cooked and I really do like good food. Yeah, me too. So to me, dragging that bullshit out of that kitchen that's been sitting there, I don't want it, But I don't expect a man to read my mind and know that I don't care for a place like that. Yeah. So I'm very open about things that I like and don't like. Yeah. And you can't expect somebody to read your mind. Yeah, absolutely. As you sit there with your Applebee's drink. I'm never gonna let that go. Right. Yeah, because I don't really like Applebee's. Really, girl? I will just say this on that note in regards to this young lady. I will say this: if you're going to allow a man to lead, know who that man is before you allow him to do so. Good one, V. Because you trusted him to take you out to a nice place, and he took your ass to Applebee's. Something got disconnected. Maybe he think you only worthy of Applebee's. Like maybe you're dating to get married. Right. Well, maybe that's the disconnect. Right. There we go. You got to look at intentions. I'm just saying. Intentions. And also, he didn't say shit about getting married. And Priscilla, you made me pay attention to this more so. When women are quiet and they listen, a man will tell you who he is. And if don't I say that all the time? And as I've been listening, I've been like, oh, okay. So you are Applebee's nigga, or you're a Chinese food nigga. Mm-hmm. Oh, you are Ruth Chris Steakhouse nigga. Like, oh, okay. Like, there's different types of people in the world. And, if females sometimes maybe would either ask the right questions or just listen to someone speak, you'll pay attention. You'll get to know who somebody is, V, haven't I been preaching that forever? You have. And it took me a minute to hear about it. Yeah. And I don't mean shut up, but I mean stop talking. Listen. God gave you one mouth and two ears.
Listen twice
Just
as much as
listen.
you speak.
And that's across the board. You know, even with your friends, you know, when you talk, I listen to you. I listen. I'm not thinking about what I want to say next. I'm listening to you because I'm invested in, you know, where you're going,
you
what
have
your
to say.
journey is, you
Yeah.
know, and because I'm older, you know, I'm listening so that I can impart advice.
Yeah.
And advice means for you old bitches, that don't mean that these young people have to do exactly what you say. Let them fuck up.
Fuck ups will happen.
Because God knows that's how I survived. Like I just fucked up and I was like, Just this
And you know,
morning, I said,
honestly, and
I
younger
was going
people,
through
if you're
something, I
true,
said, my mama was right. It's my own fault.
if you're truly listening, younger people, when the fuck ups do happen, you'll be able to sit there and be like, oh yeah, this person did tell me that. This person did tell me that. Goddamn, this person did tell me that.
Yeah, so we done with her. You sitting at Applebee's, girl. Hey.
Absolutely. Let me get these last two comments out the way. Chris Jones says, I didn't really hear that part of what she said. They're dating for marriage. Oh my freaking God. This fucking
You got it, V? You want me to read it?
there we go. Okay, there we go. Everything wants to do everything unnecessarily. Okay. So sorry. I didn't really hear that part of what she said. They're dating for marriage. I thought they just agreed on dating when he said we're just dating. So that means anything goes if we're just dating. It's a casual date. I respect that. I do respect that. Chris Jones also says, he meant to say Priscinda is right. They are Applebee's because most Applebee's have a flat screen TV that always play goddamn sports.